we are live. Hello, everyone, for another session of role-playing games with the Base Squad.
Base Squad.
Base Squad! That started relaxing.
Are we doing that now? Is this a thing?
We need...
I don't
No.
think it is.
Is this who we are?
If you didn't hear about the secret handshake, I have news for you.
Okay then.
There is no secret handshake. Oh.
No!
Just kidding.
Ah,
We need to be back in
You need a-
person to
you need
have
a
a secret
DM.
handshake. We cannot do it online.
now you made me sad.
I
Yes.
love
So
you all.
Since we've all had terrible day, let's play change it.
And
fine.
so,
And so let's just finish it with more angst and drama because
But
that's
it's
gonna
gonna
cheer us
be
up.
making each other
good.
cry. Yes, it's
But
the
this
good
one is
news.
homemade, so
It's
you know.
homemade, homegrown, biological, no BPE or whatever. Yep.
I was
It's gonna be brought to you.
Good drama.
It's gonna be brought to you by whatever Jay has in his hands.
It's popcorn.
We are-
I was ready to see all you guys get hurt.
We are pleased to confirm that there are no
Yeah,
changelings
only
who
the-
have been hurt in the making of this game.
Like literally everybody was hurt in the making of this game.
No, just the players.
Or if they have not yet been hurt, they soon will be.
No. No.
And so, welcome then, the Chronicles of Twigs and Reckoning. As per usual, our little content warning about abuse, gaslighting, kink, substance use and abuse, and violence. And as such, if any of those don't fit you, reading is always fine. Watching paper and vividly hallucinating is recommended by 9 out of 10 doctors.
Read a book. I'm a librarian. Do it.
The
Read
10th
books.
one, the 10th doctor is, well, illiterate, and we wonder how he became a doctor in the first place.
Is it just me who doesn't see Ralph's face?
We all see it. I see
We
it.
all see
I
him.
see it.
Oh, it's maybe because I
Maybe
left
Ralph
and then
should
came back.
cycle, or you should.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I see his
Okay,
face.
good. He's so handsome.
I'm gonna need my dice.
Yes.
That would,
Hi, Jay.
that would be
And
useful.
I was
Never
just
loved
about,
the.
I was just about to say that we hand over the mic to Ralph, but anyways.
We're handing over the mic to Jay. Jay, it's your turn.
You're
Well,
the
Jay,
DM
you
on
missed Jay missed the occasion to make an XP. Too bad for Jay.
A whole ass experience.
well.
He will
point.
never know
Next time.
about it ever, unless he
I
wishes
don't-
about it. And so we
He
can
doesn't.
hand the microphone over to Ralph.
So, chapter 18 Human Touch. Natalie is sitting on a bed, topless. She sighs and replaces her hair. From out of frame, a hand appears, handing her a bundle of bills. She takes it, thanks the man who quickly finishes zipping up his pants before leaving. Natalie takes a shower, and as she leaves, she sees the time, has a little smile on her face. Dresses up in a gorgeous dress. A last touch-up of makeup, and then she leaves. At a restaurant, she's sitting at a table, alone, waiting. As time goes, her smile vanishes, and as she repeatedly looks at the door, expecting. Until finally, the door opens, and Amelia enters, covered in dirt and a little bit of blood on her cuffs, and a sweating.
A sweat.
Ready for
Serena leaves Casey's car and go at the presbytery to her room. Father Mo goes to her door to listen, just to see if she's okay. He almost knocks at the door, but shies away at the last moment. Thaddeus arrives at his new apartment, full of boxes everywhere. Moving in was almost over now. Stacy's inside, placing a frame on the wall, and welcomes Thaddeus, his presence bringing her smile back. Stone arrives home, his answering machine flashing. He presses the button, to listen to the messages. I have 4 new messages. First new message. Hey, it's Nathan. I thought maybe you could have a coffee and talk. I realize I didn't start on the best of terms, but, it doesn't cost anything to chat a bit. Come back. Second, messages. Hey, sorry, it's Nathan again. Just to know if you're going to call me back about that coffee. Third, messages. It's Nathan. Look, I know I'm never going to be her, and I guess you don't have to care. I just really thought we could, please call me back. Fourth message. Siobhan's grave is in Washington if you ever want to visit her. I'm leaving Boston tomorrow. Goodbye. This was your last message. If you wish to, Stones closes the machine. And Casey arrives at his home. Places his hand on the door and opens. But of course, we're not going to start with that. Amelia.
Easy.
I gotta have you languish a little bit. So, Amelia, you arrive at the restaurant. Sweating, covered in dirt. Maybe your clothes even a little in tatter after fighting a giant thorn wolf.
So do I see her?
Yeah, she's there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Your hair. Remove that. Dab the blood off of your cuff.
Being a cat has its perk, I guess.
Hi. I'm so sorry. How late was I? Time.
A good 45.
Hours.
I guess you ran here. And she looks you up and down.
I'm gonna replace my clothes as if it would change anything. Yeah. Time passed weirdly, and yeah. So sorry. Hi. Sorry.
Misadventures again.
You could say that. Yeah.
Never a dull moment with you, I guess.
Yeah. You still got time. I hope I didn't
Oh, yeah, I
make.
didn't have any planned today.
Oh. Okay. And Amelia's gonna sit at the other chair and like keep replacing her clothes and trying to look more presentable and like spotting some speckles of blood and just hiding it like it's fine.
I guess you're not gonna want to talk about that.
Maybe not at a restaurant.
I guess.
There's already probably like
People look at you a
seven
lot.
tables like
Like, it's not the fanciest of restaurant, but you're not in a Subway either,
how was your how was today?
you know, work. It is what it is. Let's not talk about that.
Oh.
How was your day? Don't ask.
Maggie,
Said both.
can you roll? Uh, present socialize. Just for the dinner, how it goes.
I'm guessing she doesn't have the box either, right?
The box. No, her gift. No. I asked her if she wanted to go home, get it, change, or go directly, or skip entirely, and she said she was going directly.
One day.
Oh,
It's been like 10 games.
one day.
I had 2 successes on
All
like
right.
Wait a
3
second,
dice.
I'm okay.
Good.
What did Thaddeus tell me again? Okay, dude, like that and this.
So you do the small talk, have a nice dinner, and you try to avoid talking about work, changeling adventures, and business. And it's kind of hard, with everything that's going on, to just talk about nothing and everything that is not the end of the world or your impeding doom or whatever. But you manage to keep the conversation interesting, pleasant, and away from, unpleasant things.
Touchy subjects.
Yeah, touchy subjects. I'm curious to know, uh, Jay, Mr. Stone. So just to put it clear, like, you've been gone for 2 to 3 days. The last message was today, so he's leaving tomorrow. Like,
Okay.
We've been gone for 3.
yeah, you were in
The
dream.
dreams are weird.
She did say so.
Time
Did warn you.
is weird in the dreams.
The dreamscape.
Doesn't
She did
change.
warn you.
Doesn't change that like 3 days is a long ass time.
I mean, in a dream, you could be in it for 3 dream days, but wake up the next day. But you were there physically, so
Or you can
Mhm.
spend 1 day there and be 3 days here. Yeah.
I mean, we went to 3 different dreams, no?
like you've watched Inception, all right?
But is it spinning or does it stop? So
So yeah, do you want to do something or?
yeah. Nick is gonna be sitting at he's at the bar and he's just sitting at a table while the place is closed. I'm guessing this is the evening right now since she was at the restaurant and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he's just sitting at one of those little tables for 2 and he just has the phone in front of him and he's staring at it. And you can see his hands kind of hesitating. And at one point he's gonna just try and reach for the phone, hesitate a second, and then lay back against the chair again.
Everybody disapproves.
And
Base Squad did not like that.
he's gonna press play on the messages again.
And well, wait, where's the?
Do it.
Hey, it's Nathan. I thought maybe you could have a coffee and have a talk. I realize it didn't start on the best of terms, but it doesn't cost anything to chat a bit. Call me back. Yep. And the other ones, I'm not gonna.
Probably too late to call him now. He's probably sleeping, right? Maybe I. And he kind of just looks up, expecting to see Thaddeus, and kind of ask counsel about this. Look, and there's probably no one around at this point. But
Yeah, he went home. Like all of you except Amelia are basically went home because you are full of grime and blood and So we're gonna leave it at that. Serena and Thaddeus, were there anything you wanted to do in the evening before we skip to our dear Casey? Uh,
Not
Thaddeus
specifically on
just
my part.
Stacy's pretty bubbly and glad to see you. You were gone for a while, but she's just I guess you were on your weird ass things or whatever. I don't care.
Did you do a pledge with her in the end?
Nope.
Or you just trusted her?
I just trusted her.
Okay.
But he kind of disappears every now and again, so she's just
Yeah.
She accepts he's weird, but like she doesn't see long years in Alabaster.
yeah, she's like, oh, were you with your suicide cult again?
That's fair.
Serena is gonna lock herself in her room, as usual. She's gonna throw her bag on her bed and then she's gonna consider unpacking. So she's gonna do that slowly, like she had a bit of gear and change of clothes and a bit of food, so she's gonna store it around until eventually she just picks the first thing out of the bag. And it's a Ziploc with the letters that Thaddeus gave. She's gonna stare at it for a while. And she's gonna ponder and she's gonna walk around and throw some mierda no and just argue with herself for quite some time. And then she's gonna pause, look at her bag and realize that there was the skin in there. And she's gonna look at the letters and just go, later, I don't have to do this now. There's no reason to do this now anyways. He's a good friend with Amelia and all the others. And he probably just gave me that because he wasn't in his right state of mind. And she's gonna put the letters in her coat's pocket, grab back her bag, and head out to Casey's place to give him the skin. So she's gonna shout this sort of like, I'll be back, Padre Lucento. We'll talk tomorrow, I swear. And she's gonna head off.
Father was just no getting in trouble now.
I won't. I'm not trying to. I'm just going to Casey's. Just going to Casey's.
Serena gets in trouble anyway. Da, 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 da,
she did not, in fact, not get in trouble.
So Casey opens the door. We're gonna go for Bam.
Yes.
Nice.
Like that song.
Casey opens the door. He walks. For now, everything looks pretty much the usual.
Parent, I'm home.
You walk. Well, you are in the apartment building. So you open. Everything seems quite normal. Make a with composure. You walk, and there are apartments in the corridor.
Mhm.
But it's like 101, 305, 203. They really aren't in the order that they should.
I'll pull my weapon. Because I still have my gun.
Draw your weapon.
I mean, we said that it didn't count as in the hedge, right?
No, it is not in the
Yeah.
hedge. But you know, you did find him the first time.
Yeah. But I did have 4 other friends.
True. You did get lost.
Although, could I do like streetwise to find my way in an apartment building?
Sure, but -3. Well, it's the labyrinth, you know, it makes it harder.
Well, there go my dice.
Oh, the 1 dice.
Oof. Well, I had 3 dice. But I'll spend a willpower. But it's 4. And we can thank my professional training because I have 9 again. We'll take whatever we can.
Small victories.
That is a success.
All right. So you walk around all the corridors, doors. Eventually the corridor ends. There are just a bunch of door there. You try to make sense out of what would go where. Doesn't seem to have a lot of logic, but there's the exit sign above one of them, so like, okay, staircase. That's
That's a
a safe spot.
consistent.
Yeah, it will get you higher or lower, so you go up there.
I am very much like walking tactically, watching around me and cover and everything.
Is this Arma?
Hopefully I don't die with a single bullet. And sadly, I don't think I have a mobile respawn.
Roll perception again.
Can I halo jump into my...
No.
Damn it. That is a success.
All right. So you walk and you arrive at your door number. Let's say 303. Good measure.
Sure. I assume my keys work.
They do.
Does the apartment make sense, or is the apartment like stretched and weird?
It's weird.
Okay.
Like everything, it makes sense, but
Yeah,
as you get in, you're like, I was going to the kitchen, but I'm in the bathroom, and well,
it's
you
only
didn't
like
do that, but
it's only a smidge of like MC Escher.
yeah.
Yeah, so at that point, I'm going to call out like, Lint,
You
I'm
see
home.
a sock on the floor.
I'll follow the trail of socks.
There is absolutely a trail of socks.
Marie just absolutely ready to shank a bitch.
And you going there like without a care in the world, you being careful with your steps.
I am definitely expecting to get jumped at some point.
Roll for stealth. Watch your step.
Yeah.
Dexterity stealth.
Dexterity stealth.
Yep.
Have some. 2.
Give me a moment.
Good checks tonight.
Someone is doing a check.
Thank you, guys.
So how much?
2. Boss. 2.
You arrive where the trail of socks leads, and there's someone in the room. That is
up.
obviously not Lint.
Yeah, hands up.
The man was like bent a little over your desk. It's your room, by the way.
Mhm.
And you have a little desk there. He was over that. Gets up. And you see him just glancing back for a moment. He will.
Did I not make myself clear? Hands up.
If he doesn't, what do you do? Spoiler.
Warning
I
shot.
don't have grounds to do that, and this is where the darkness we're talking about.
All right. Well, here's what he's doing. You can tell me what you do about it. He gets suddenly out of the way, like he does a sudden movement in a very like knowingly way, and just gets on one knee, pulls a gun, and points it at you. Do something if you want.
Can
in that.
Yeah, can I like? I was expecting him to do something. Can I shoot?
Yeah. Remove 6 dice.
Oof. Big fat dodge right there.
Big fat dodge right there. Yeah. He's a dodgy boy.
My last willpower of the day. Well, of my pool.
Go,
But-
Casey.
Actually, he's gonna willpower too.
Is it an opposed check?
Oh, well, because you can increase your flat value, but just by 2.
What?
Well, there is a very good reason at that. You can remove 2 dice because his defense is too higher.
Calvaire.
Looking at my contracts right now.
God damn it.
What I mean to say, it's okay if you miss.
It's never okay to miss. Who knows who you could kill by accident?
Don't miss.
Lint.
I miss.
No, Lint.
He didn't
So-
dram miss. So we're
So the way, but I'm giving you this, the way he moved was like, he knows where someone would point a gun and shoot, and he moved in a way to try to avoid that kind of, gun fu style of, he's gonna aim at the chest because it's a big obvious spot, so he moved like that, got on one knee, pointed the gun at you, and it is a mirror image of yourself, albeit without any
Bullet wounds.
tattoos. And bullet
That too.
without bullet wounds also. But he doesn't shoot. And I see this very like, you're pointing a little down, he's pointing a little up, just mirroring one another.
Give me one very good reason why I shouldn't try and kill you again.
Because you failed the 5 of you. Makes you think you can get me down on your own.
Called it.
Take those odds. Aren't you killing me right now?
I don't know. I think you are the murderer, are you not?
I think the one breaking and entering should be answering questions right now.
We're both at gunpoint. Say this. You lot like deals? I answer one of your questions and you can answer one of mine.
Sure. One question each.
Well, I guess I'm the one breaking in, so... What do you remember?
Nothing from before my exit.
Interesting.
What's your project? Gather the orb for something. What is?
Oh, that's not for me to say. That wasn't for me. Someone wanted it. I'm gonna give it to them. I'm not your enemy, Casey. Despite everything you might have been taught.
I know fetches shouldn't have a long life. And spare me the you've been taught that, but it might not be true bullshit. Because I very, very closely saw the fetches.
But did you see what you can do?
I didn't get the...
Did you see what you can do?
enough.
I'm not here to fight you. But if it's how it's gotta go down, it's gonna go down like that.
If you're not here to fight, if you're not here to be a menace, then you must have a sales pitch. So get your elevator pitch out.
Well, last time you did enjoy that little letter I gave you.
Chepo actually doesn't remember the content of the letter.
Oh, just we know about her. Bring us the orb. Well, it was the meeting, and then the letter was just the meeting.
Yeah, well, made some progress on that end.
Really?
So if that's the only thing you have to dangle, I have to do better than that.
So you don't want to know.
Yeah, well, what would be the cost this time?
Maybe I'm coming here with an olive branch.
Well, you came here with a gun.
I mean, I carry one most of the time, yes.
As if you were me. Spit it.
I know a whole lot of things that you don't. And I thought that as part of us. I'd like to know a few of them. But if you're not so inclined to hear it, I can go.
Still not talking about costs.
I'm no goblin.
I know. But you're not telling.
That man, I think you call him Persimmon. He knows a whole lot more than he let on, I've been told.
Does he?
Oh, he does. But he wouldn't like you to know that.
You are running out of usefulness. Telling me that the shadiest man in the freehold knows more about something than I do? Big whoop. Last chance.
Maybe your gun is pointed at the wrong person then. He's gonna raise his hand with like his gun just on his finger.
Drop the weapon.
He went on his own before you even told.
Not what drop the weapon means, but you know.
Yeah, but he started that before you. Or actually, he's gonna drop the weapon for give you a little bit of the advantage.
If you don't mind, I will lower my arms because they are hurting.
Oh, please do, man. I never asked for this.
no. See, Sheppo is lowering his arm. Casey is keeping him at gunpoint.
Yeah. And he's like,
and staying a reasonable distance.
Can you roll me a good 4 dice of clarity damage for seeing your fetch for the first time?
Yeah, that works. Oof.
Oh.
Oh, 2.
All right, you take 2 clarity damage.
Yeah. Not doing good.
Oh, nice. How bad?
I have 1 left.
Oof. Oh my god. Can you imagine that I'm gonna do more clarity damage before the end of this scene? So with his hand raised, he's gonna say, there's so much hatred in this world, so much pain. It doesn't have to be that way. And as he talks, you can hear that like superimposed on his own voice. You can hear Camilla's. Like, not physically, maybe like something in your mind. And you can take another 2 clarity damage. I didn't know you had so much damage already.
He's gonna pass out before the end of the scene.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were so hurt.
Needless to say, I am 1 over. What does that mean?
Oh, wow.
I will straighten up in my chair.
All right. As you hear that, like your sight blurs and everything feels like it's shaking. And saying that was Camilla in front of you. There's so much hatred in this world and so much pain, but it doesn't have to be that way.
What happened? How did you get here?
I'm just home. What are you on about? We were just going to the party tonight, and we were just having a discussion. And you sort of remember that discussion where she was, you were talking to the police, and she was like, "Oh, but if people get so hurt. But you do your best to make some change," and hence that quote. And she's just like, "Oh, but there's a party tonight. We can think about something else." And you remember that discussion. You were just having it.
Yeah. Guess we need to get going.
All right, just change into something better. Because now you're in your police uniform and it's, not fitting for a party.
Yeah, and of course I lower my weapon and I holster it and I'm like, holy shit. What am I
Oh, you
doing?
didn't even have your weapon in your hand.
Yes,
then.
it's just... I was like, oh. Meanwhile, Casey on the floor just foam in the mouth.
Not again.
Serena.
Oof.
You arrive at the apartment building. You open the door and walk in. And you go to the stair. You climb 1-2 levels. Go
Is the
out.
building back to the
No, absolutely not. But you didn't notice that the doors were not in the right order because it's not your home. You were not looking for.
Fair. And I'm thinking. All right.
Yeah, and you're thinking.
Where we
You
go
arrive
first?
where Casey's apartment should be. You knock. No one answers. You open the door. There's like a man watching TV in underwears. Just, what are you doing here?
Lo siento.
You're not Uber Eats.
You're not my Uber Eats.
I got the wrong address, sorry. And I'm gonna close the door. Then I'm gonna look at the door number.
It's not 303. But you are technically on the 3rd floor, and this should be the 3rd door.
I'm gonna look around at the door numbers to foot.
Like the door
303?
numbers, not only are the door numbers weird, but there are some doors that are, inside doors, probably for a bathroom or something. There's even a shower curtain.
I'm gonna start going around, still looking for that number, but I'm gonna open doors until I find this one door that will lead me to a place that has a phone visible on it. So I'm gonna start searching around.
You hear Lint. Just Kissy!
Lint? Is that you, Lint?
And you see the changes reverting from, further away in the corridor, and the door just flip to a normal one. And the corridor just kind of shortens as well.
Do I see Lint at this point?
No, you're still in a corridor, but it kind of looks normal now, at least.
Okay, I'm gonna turn back to door 303. Is it
It's
normal
there.
now?
It's where you would remember it is.
I'm gonna open the door.
Inside, you see a bunch of socks leading to the room. You see?
I follow. Lint, what's going on?
So what's the
And-
lie?
Roll perception.
Give me 2 seconds.
It's been an hour and she didn't have her dice. Oh no, it's just for the dog.
Whining. She's waiting to come in and then she's waiting to come out.
Yes.
She's a cat.
No, it's because my mother brought me food, so now she knows that people are eating. What was perception again?
Wits composure.
Okay. Nope.
Oh, all right.
He doesn't see me on the floor with the foam at the mouth.
Oh, you're
Casey,
obviously
she
on the
goes away.
floor.
I think she sees you, but she doesn't see the other thing going away.
Oops.
Maybe.
I mean, would have been too easy.
So you go to Lint's voice that leads you to Casey's room, and he's fast asleep on the floor,
Yeah, with my gun at my feet.
Casey,
and another gun, I guess. No,
Mhm. Uh,
Casey, can you hear
no,
me?
the other gun is still there because someone entered, and he didn't.
left in the.
He left. Yeah. When he had his window of opportunity after Lint stopped doing his spell because he was worried. So Casey's on the grounds. You would guess unconscious, and Lint's just Casey, and he with his like
Wait,
socks feet.
what
Are you-
happened?
There was Casey, but then it was not Casey, but then Casey came, and then the Casey talked, and then Casey fell to the floor.
All right.
I mean,
Can I assume that she has the basic knowledge of trying to wake up someone when they're unconscious? So like the clap clap, Mister, can you hear me?
You can do all that.
I don't
Okay.
think it's a meme, you know.
To very
Edit.
much no avail.
Okay. I'm gonna dash for the phone.
But you also notice, like, you just, sir, like he was unconscious. But the way he is, like, he doesn't look unconscious because his body still, like, has a little bit of muscle, strength, maybe moves a little bit. Like, he looks like
I
he's more
curl up.
sleeping. Yeah, he looks more like he's sleeping than just unconscious because he's not just completely turned off.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the phone and call a very special someone, Mr. Nicholas, for help.
Yee. Does my phone ring as I'm sitting in front of it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love it.
That's fantastic.
Nick stares at it.
Oh
and does not
Oh,
pick
no!
up.
I'm gonna
whatever
try
you-
again.
You call a second time? J'ai-tu l'afficheur?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then when I see Nick is probably startled at first and is kind of scared to answer, but then kind of just peeks in to see who's calling. He's like, "Oh shit!"
Winners, comma, Casey.
Coma. Yeah, that's the right word.
Hey. Zing.
Casey?
Nicholas, is that you?
Oh, it's not Casey. Who is this?
That's Serena.
Oh, you
I'm
calling?
at Casey. I'm at Casey's place right now, and he's on the ground, and he seems to be asleep, but he doesn't want to wake up. And Lint has warped the place earlier, and now it's back to normal, but I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well,
And there was another Casey. I think his fetch showed up.
okay. Did you call an ambulance?
No, because I'm not sure what's happening. He seems to be sleeping.
Oh, I'm coming. Call an ambulance.
What
If
do I
he-
tell them?
Well, they tell him you got an unconscious man on the floor, and he's unconscious. I mean, is he wounded? Does he look like he's bleeding?
He's not wounded, but there are 2 guns in his room.
Yeah, that call the ambulance for God's sake.
He's not bleeding. I'm
Forensics will
gonna
find-
hang up and call 911.
There's no blood, so but there is.
But
a
there
bullet-
is like a hole on the,
there
on
is a
the
bullet
wall.
hole in my bed.
And 2 guns on the floor. I mean, I would worry if whatever happened.
911.
You call the ambulance. They do the usual, like, what is it? What's going on? Take the.
I don't think it's going to be a main use for it, but I like that like the labyrinth probably like made the gunshot very hard to hear or pinpoint or explain.
It came from like another person's apartment, and everyone's just. John had shot a gun, but it was you.
So
What
while I'm
happened
waiting,
with the little Jesse's babysitter?
Oh wow.
while I'm waiting, I'm gonna quickly put the guns aside in a drawer, and I'm gonna put Lint in my bag and keep talking to him until the ambulance shows up.
I'll be heading over, by the way.
All right. Do you make it seem like a very big emergency or just
No,
no? Okay. Because
No,
sometimes it's just I think I'm not feeling well and I can't drive, so I need an ambulance and they're gonna come, but it's not.
well, there's someone unconscious on the ground and I have no car and I don't know what's happening.
Someone unconscious on the ground, they're gonna be there really fucking.
Yep. Like, I have
So-
vitals, but I don't have any other knowledge. So.
Yeah. So they probably arrived before Stone ever could. And I guess you're gonna wait for Nick.
Well, I'm gonna try to climb in if they allow me.
They will.
Fuck. I show up and no one's there.
You show up and no one's there.
Yeah.
Not even Lynn.
There's a hole in the bed and no
You
one's
just
there.
arrive in the apartment. Alright. You arrive in his apartment. They didn't lock the door because she didn't
Ooh,
have the keys
yeah,
or
okay.
whatever.
I close the door behind me, and I follow the little trail of socks that leads to the room.
It's a little bit upside down. There's a bullet hole in the wall. And you can do you just see that? You try to find clues or do
Yep,
you
yeah,
just-
absolutely. Like, I walk in there slowly, kind of hesitant. I'm kind of unsure if Sharina did this, so I am going to investigate about what happened here.
Do you not trust me that bad?
Well, he
Roll
didn't let
invest-
you, so
Investigación.
investigation is this a crime scene?
I have nothing to say yet. Such I will say.
I don't think it's a
No, it's not
crime.
really a crime scene. No. It's wits investigate.
Wits investigate. Yep.
Okay.
The one dies.
No.
All right. So, there was a gunshot. I'm gonna give you that because it's just lying there, but there is a letter for Casey on his.
Is has it been opened?
Nope.
Or pick it up.
Probably not even addressed, like it's just for Casey or something.
Very much so.
I just make sure there's no one left around, and then I'll lock the door and head out. Close the
Like you
lights.
search a little bit around to find his, his other set of keys. So that you
Yeah,
can
I try to find his insurance card or whatever, and stuff like that.
Oh, fair. So you find everything that you need so that he doesn't need to pay and at the
Does he-
hospital, and you can lock the door.
Does he stumble upon the two guns?
There were two guns on the floor.
I do pick
In a
him up.
drawer.
I do pick him up.
There's definitely mine. We can saw it like hours, days ago.
There was like a regular pistol and a service weapon.
Well, I'll stash both of them in a bag and
Yeah,
bring
my
them with
gun
me.
wasn't a service weapon.
Oh, I know.
No, his was the one that was stolen
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, you're the one that
I'm
was
just
mentioned
saying-
like 16 games
Yeah,
ago
I'm
saying
just
stolen.
saying, like mine wasn't the service weapon.
That's fair.
I wanted him to drop it so
Oh.
that you can bring it back.
But do I notice
Yay.
it's a service weapon?
Well, if you pay a
it's
little
police Glock,
attention.
so
Like if you pay attention and know that a little bit, you're Americans. You all know everything about guns.
of course, that and not trusting the brown people.
I'm sorry.
Do you
for,
say that on my stream?
-1
I mean-
American followers.
I mean, Nick has just proven it by not trusting Serena, but
I mean,
I
it
don't
has
expect.
everything to do with her choices.
I don't know what to do at this point.
So
I'll drive to the
They-
hospital.
you go to the hospital. At the hospital, the doctors are Serena. They just tell you like, we have no idea what's going on with him. Everything seems to be quite normal. He's healthy. His heart rate is fine. no intoxicants, no nothing. We really don't know, so we're going to keep him for the night so that we can run some more tests. But as of now, at least, we do not have to worry about his well-being too much.
Gracias. Is there anything I can do for him to help?
Maybe bring some of his things from home, like clothes change. It looks like he needs it. He looks just at the pile of clothes that, they removed and all, that were still covered in dirt and all. So maybe a change of clothes. If your friend wake up, he's gonna need it.
Okay.
5 socks are from Lynn's.
Gracias.
We also don't know why he has so many socks.
There might be someone else who shows up looking for him. Do I have to wait at the entrance, or will he be sent towards here?
We can send him here, no problem.
Gracias.
The nurse will take care of that.
Gracias. I'm gonna stay here if that's okay.
So you wait until Nick rolls around.
I'm gonna settle Lint on the chair near me, and gonna talk to him, to have him explain what happened. Again, I'm guessing it's the same words, but
So time skip. Stone is there.
Hi. Did you do this?
What do you mean that I did? Why would I do this to Casey?
Oh no, you tell me. I just put the stuff on the side. He doesn't really look like he's mad at you. He's just trying to understand.
I told you. Lynn told me that there was another Casey. Is that right, Lynn?
Yes, he's just in your bag. Yeah.
There was another Casey in the apartment. Lynn walked the place, and then suddenly Casey fell to the ground.
It was a less colorful Casey.
Oh, you mean with less tattoos and whatnots?
What?
You mean with less tattoos? What do you mean with less colorful?
Less colors.
His fetch, what do you think?
Oh,
That or a brother we didn't know about.
No, I don't think Casey's got a brother. He would have told us.
Well, there you go.
Did you tell the others?
Of course not. What is there to do? Amelia's on a date, and I won't call Patty or something.
We cut to Amelia. Amelia's on a date. So you just finished dinner. It was a pleasant evening, and you go for a short little walk to, a little more privacy and cute little moment. I just wanted to know, I meet a lot of people, see a lot of different people, different reason. Why do you care? Like, no one ever brought me to the restaurant like that or wanted to do. Well, usually people are also not covered in dirt, but we'll go over that.
I don't really understand. I think you're really strong and very, very kind and funny and pretty, and I'm rambling. You're just you.
You could do a lot better.
I could do a hell lot worse too. You could do a lot better too, so maybe we can be average together. I don't want to. I don't want to push it. I'm sorry. I ramble a lot, and I mean, Serena said that I may go too fast, but the first time we really talked, it was like on a walk like this, and then you kicked ass, and it was very, very cool, and I mean I fought a lot, but never I'm gonna stop now.
Please save her. She's drowning.
I'm Amelia, I sell my body for a living. I can't post that to you. How could you want that?
There's nothing shameful in that. I mean, if it's something that you enjoy, if that's a job that brings something to you, I don't know why I would shame you for it.
Sex work is real work.
Sex work is real work.
Today's message.
You should change the name of the episode.
Sex work is real work. I mean, it's true.
I'm just. Where do we go? Just as a DM, do we close it there? No, she's gonna give you a big hug. Like, let's not skip any steps.
She's gonna.
All right,
her back.
she kisses you. Let's go to town. She just.
I panic for like a good 5 seconds. But I kiss back.
Like, and it's not, big French kiss, just a nice little kiss.
Taste.
Yeah, I think a smack.
Epic.
And she smiles.
I freeze for a good 5 seconds, like.
And we'll leave the scene there. I think it's a nice, like, close up where it's just. Thaddeus, you didn't get a lot of love right now, and I'm sorry about that. That happens.
We're not hearing you.
He's not talking.
Right.
Oh, he was. Have you been talking this whole fucking time, and we didn't have any?
Oh my god, no.
Yep. It's fine.
I thought you
Oh,
were super
no.
quiet. I'm so sorry.
I thought he was just watching and super peaceful.
Yeah, I thought he was super like into the moment.
Honestly, for most of the time I had a few comments that I added, which I was like, oh well, nobody noticed. But
Oh
I guess it
no!
wasn't funny.
Oh no! We're sorry.
That's what clap talks.
Because
When we
those
stop
comments
the
were
clap.
very, very quiet.
There you go. Yes, no, they were.
I'm
They
sure
were
the comments
muted
were
and would
amazing.
appear. But yes, basically, sex work is real work, and next episode, trans rights are human rights. Now,
I mean, we got our trans king.
yep. So no, Thaddeus is actually gonna have a pretty chill night. He's what he's gonna do basically is going to. I've run out. I'm running out of glamour, so I'm gonna go and have a tryst with one of my paramours.
So, look what's gonna happen. You're home. Stacy unpacking. She's happy that you're there. You come in, have a quick change, and probably just leave almost straight away.
Mhm.
To have a little moment. And Stacy's just going already.
Yes, I'm. Well, you know me. It's early on a Friday night, and I think there's things to do and people to explore. Is there something wrong, dear?
No, I just it's been 3 days that you just disappeared. I thought maybe you could have a little moment. But you can go. It's fine. You've
He's
got
gonna
your
look
life.
at
I've
the
got
door.
mine.
He's gonna look back at Stacy and go, "No, you know what? You're right. I'm going to put on a kettle and we're gonna have an evening. roommates evening. How
Yeah.
about that?
Sure.
And you could show me one of those moving pictures you've been telling me so much about.
Yeah. Movies.
Those, yes.
Sure. Yeah. Go start the
I-
catalog. Try to find something good.
They're
I think I've
called-
actually purchased some decent
Move-
Earl Grey.
They're called movies because they are moving pictures. They're movies.
Even I knew that.
So yeah, he's gonna put on the kettle and just, actually go change into something that's comfortable and not just for him, which is like, a night gown with pajama pants, still kind of fancy, but
Smoking jacket.
and yeah, and he's just going to hang out with his roommate.
And she's picking a movie like on Netflix or whatever streaming service you're
Mhm.
subscribed to. I don't.
2013.
She's just opening the TV and looking on the cable, whatever's gonna start soon. And she gets a text message just as she's oh my god, there's like that movie is super good. It starts in like 10 and it's Stone something about Casey.
What about him?
He's at the hospital
Again.
again. The again is even in
Bold.
yeah,
Could-
bolded.
Could you just ask if it's another overdose?
Another I think you need to get better friends.
I tend to agree. Well, most of them are really decent. Just this one, he's having a.
So what do you
streak.
reply? Is it an overdose again?
Another overdose?
You can say it like at this point, Jay. You don't
Oh,
need to
okay,
write
okay.
it to me. We're all there. I
That's
don't need
fine,
to
right.
say everything.
Oh, when Nickel received the "is it an overdose?" He'll say, no, this is he got visited by Casey number 2. Send.
You got visited by number 2. What does that even mean?
Just tell him that
Well,
I'm
I
busy.
guess you probably have 2 Casey in your friend group or whatever.
Just tell him that I'm busy and it certainly can wait next morning.
He's busy.
If-
XXX heart.
Well,
She just sent me a triple X. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Serena.
I don't know.
The hearts were black.
it's business. It's
I mean,
business time.
He might be with
Well,
another special
actually-
someone. I wouldn't be surprised.
Before it's busy, it's gonna be like, is he okay? To which I assume you're gonna answer like he's fine, and
That's
then
like
he's gonna
thumbs
go
up.
like,
It's gonna be
I'm
probably disappointing.
and he's gonna be like, this can wait until tomorrow. Good night.
I mean,
Or at least now they know.
Well, I haven't informed Amelia.
It's alright. She's having a nice supper and he's fine. So
Like she's kissing. No, my God, I cannot drink water.
see, you didn't take tea
Well-
tonight, and that's on you.
That's true.
Well, since I don't think there will be much of a change, if you want to go home, I can stay here for tonight. Lent and I will keep watch and make sure he's okay. And I'll contact you as soon as I get news.
Sure, you feel safe staying here alone?
I'm with Lint. Right, Lint?
Yes. Link's
Alright.
good company, even if he's most of the time alone.
all right then. I'm gonna go warn Arthur since he's at the bar anyways. You have yourself a good night, Missy. You too, Lint.
Oh, you do.
And
Thanks for the advice.
and he'll head out. He'll do a little pat on the shoulder of Casey while leaving, doing a little no with his head, like this is twice this month, and just head out.
It's not this month. We're in
It is.
November
Oh,
now.
right. No, there
It's
was a
twice in
timestamp.
2 months.
My previous
Like,
overdose was
once a
at
month.
least like a month ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Even more. It was like in September.
Yeah, it's like 3 months
Eh.
ago.
Oh no, it was in October.
It was
You're
in
right.
October.
It's just last month.
Yep.
The game
Look.
started on the 31st of September or 30th.
Well, Lint, I guess we're gonna have a nice evening, the two of us.
Let's play games.
Sure.
I have a very changed thing you could.
I don't
Go
know
into his dreams.
about
Go into his
this.
dreams. Of course you know. Go into his dreams.
Going into
I
his
don't
dream
know.
is literally the solution.
Yeah, but I don't know about that, so I'm gonna play with Lint until.
Yeah, but I don't want to do it.
I wasn't even suggesting it as a solution, but just as a, you're a changeling. I'm sleeping.
That is
Actually,
a fair assessment.
yeah, that's what I wanted to do once I pass out or like go to bed.
Alright, Look, here's how we're gonna do it. So you play with Lint a little bit. At some point your eyes just
Hide the ball of socks whenever a doctor walks in.
yeah. You're like playing cards with Lint, and then the doctor comes and you just, and then there's just a bunch of socks here and there that just fell from him. 2 decks, like two hands of cards. The doctor just looks in to make sure everything's okay, and leaves.
What good?
Everything is just as weird as they left it, so you know.
Yeah. And eventually, your eyes just start to be a little too heavy for themselves. You probably just get a chair, rest your head on the bed, Casey's sleeping in. And eventually you fall asleep. It's not super comfortable, so it's pretty late in the night by then. But
I
still
normally
can
sleep
catch
in
them.
that position, so it's okay.
So
I'm guessing she can.
but you still fall asleep because at some point you get tired and you are in your dream. What does it look like? What do you dream about?
Liam.
Oh no.
Hey.
Like we've just been out of that and back at it again. What's your dream like tonight?
Okay. So, where she is basically this wooden little cabin. Outside, it's snowing. There is snow stacking up on the windows on the outside layer. There is a small chimney in a corner with a bit of, there's a fire going on. And it's a very cozy, tiny little shack. What's a bit weird about it is that everywhere else that isn't windows or fireplace, there are tables and tools and I'm good at saying ingredients, but that's not it. Materials. So pine cone, needles, logs, twigs, little patches of fur, feathers, anything that she could find. And there's just a bunch of little doll on the table.
And you do your thing there, whatever your dream Sona wants to do. But eventually you notice, you take a moment, probably have a little cup of warm tea or hot cocoa, and glance at the window. And in the snowstorm that's going on, there's just a door that you've already seen before. Casey, what did it look like already? I forgot.
It was like a glass and metal shop door with like the push plate, and the window is frosted, but the light and the
It goes
shapes
through.
that go through are like warm and sunny. comfortable.
So you kind of see that a little in the distance in the snowstorm with nothing around it. It's just standing in the empty.
She's gonna take a tiny doll that looks like a little policeman, and she's gonna look at it. Do you think what I'm thinking?
Do they answer you?
I'm not
No?
sure.
No, I mean, it's your dream. So at this point, there's nothing out
Well,
of
since
your...
she's dreaming, yes.
The game is afoot.
It just moves like... Oh my god, it's got a little pull, like... Something's afoot. Something's afoot.
It was a Sherlock Holmes reference.
But
I prefer mine.
Casey wouldn't want me to step in there. He wouldn't trust me enough to be around him. What do you think?
You pull the string, and you should go.
I
It's
hate
your
when
conscience. Like, it's
Yeah.
your conscience, and clearly your conscience tells you to go there because you are way too nosy for your own good.
I hate when you're being reasonable. He's gonna be mad at me if he notices. But then again, if I leave him alone... He's asleep after all. I could just ask permission once I cross his path, I guess. Fine, you're too convincing for me. And I'm gonna
The
put
game
it
is
back.
afoot.
It's like his 2 cents.
I'm gonna put the doll back, and I'm just gonna grab a little cloth thingy and just walk out in the snowstorm to the gate. I'm gonna start by knocking. And I'm gonna push it in and walk in.
All right. There's a party going on. Bright lights, flashing music, lots of people.
Okay. I should have expected that. Alright, I can do this. I can find Casey. I'm gonna start walking around, looking for him, trying to find maybe a place higher up to look down.
Roll for wits investigation. Since you go at it like -2 because there is a lot of people and things in the way to finding.
Were you putting on music?
No, you can if you want to put party music. I didn't plan for that. All right, you get 2 successes. All right, so there's like a little ledge around the room you're in, and you can see down. There's Casey dancing next to. Well, you weren't in his dream last time, so I would say you see Camilla, but you see a woman with long dark hair, I guess, and a ton of other people too. So
I'm guessing the music is loud.
it's loud, but not like uncomfortably loud. It's not like a literal club, but it's still pretty loud.
So I'm gonna make my way to him instead of screaming.
If you want, you can do, like, you can alter the dream he's in. You are changing. You can do that.
True.
Where's the party set?
In your dream, man. Like, probably you rented a place made for that, like a club or something to that as
The bowling alley.
springboard.
Alright.
No, because there's a ledge. It's like really a party place. There's a lot of more people that could dance there than at the bowling alley.
So Serena's gonna lift her arms and place her fingers as if she was holding puppets. And she's gonna shift people aside to
Nice. I gotta look at the rules for that, but I love the idea. Where are they? I can't fight them.
Technically, she's rather good in the dream too.
Alright, I need romancy. I I would call that a subtle shift.
Discovery is one of the best like music albums of all time. Changed my mind.
Or I'm just looking for the right check that you need to do.
This is the weirdest dream you've ever had, Casey.
What, me having a party?
It's pretty normal.
It's pretty weird.
It's okay until the strings come up and everyone moves aside.
All right, so here how it's going to be. It will be manipulation and because it's in dreams, so things are weird. But manipulation is not that weird for this action. Manipulation persuasion. -1.
That might be good in a dream.
In a dream, all your attributes are replaced by your social attribute.
Holy fuck, I'd be awesome in a dream.
Like, want to punch someone? That's presence, baby.
Next fight, can we have it in a dream so I'm useless and he just does everything right?
You've got one? All right. So, like, people don't make like a clean. You're not Moses splitting the water of the whatever, but like,
She does it to the beat.
but there's like a path that you can take without pushing anyone to get to him.
She's gonna make her way through the crowd and get closer to Casey.
Serena arrives. You're jamming with, like, sure with Camilla, but other spring courtiers, and it's fun. You know, you're having a nice time.
Natalie's here, everyone.
Natalie's here. Everybody's here. Shall we name it? Also, winter people. You know, it's everybody.
Serena!
Hola, Casey, ¿qué tal?
Fantastic evening. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm actually being nosy. I hope you don't mind.
Nosy? The fiesta. What are you being
It is a
nosy about?
fiesta. Well, you see, I wanted to know what you were up to on this side, so I decided to come. Is that okay with you?
Casey, roll manipulation empathy.
Yet.
All right, everything's okay. Everything's good. It's great.
So, I see there's a lot of courtiers, but I don't know who you're with right now. Would you mind introducing me?
Camilla!
What is it?
one of-
Hola, Camilla?
It's one of the new summer courtiers. Serena. This is Camilla, the spring queen.
Spring Queen, I see. How are you
Glad to
doing?
meet you, and she shakes your hand. You know, it's not the best setting to meet someone. What do you say?
What?
Can you repeat?
So,
Well, that's dark all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I like
it's-
it.
It's fine.
It'll be
pick up.
fine.
It'll pick up.
Oh, damn.
okay. It's better.
so I'm gonna join them and start dancing with them, slowly making the people disappear left and right by like moving them aside.
Like they leave the room and. All right. Roll the same roll that you did because you're just trying to manipulate people to move in waves. The more subtle you do it, the better it is. By the way, for you, the easier it is.
She's really puppeting them progressively, like her movements include that.
You had a success?
3.
3 of them. All right. Casey, manipulation, empathy again. One. Things are a little weird. You feel uneasy as people leave the room. Like a strange, odd feeling.
Where's everyone going?
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. I'm just wondering where is everyone going? Jam's good.
Well, yeah, it is, but I'm guessing they're slowly getting back to their own business.
Just started.
Did we though?
We did.
You've been here for a few hours easily.
Ah,
Oh yes, I had time to play around with Flint before getting here. So you've been here for a while.
Roll. Chapeau. Roll intelligence. Composure? Well, not intelligence. Presence composure. This doesn't make sense. Gab gained the Dream Infiltrator condition. Basically, the dream starts to realize that you should not be there and does not like it.
Flint.
Yes?
What are
The
you
the
doing
lovely
here?
little. Huh?
What are you doing here? Yeah.
Well, I told you.
Like, she was
I-
not out in spring.
I was doing my own business, and I noticed you were having fun over here.
Let's dance. Dance.
Sure.
That sounds great. Casey is absolutely just changing the topic and moving
Yeah.
on.
All right. I'm gonna shift the lighting outside if that's possible to make it as if dawn was starting to show up, so the party should end.
Yes, but it will be a major shift because it's not a little subtle
Okay.
thing. You know, it's a big change that you are imposing.
Well, isn't it- Okay. Can't I go progressively lighting it up without going totally to noon?
Take it or leave it, honey.
All right, fine. I'll just get the damage that comes with it.
It'll all
Same
be
roll?
fine.
I'm gonna get kicked out of here.
So it's going to be manipulation, science. Because this is,
Willpower!
astronomy and, the science of the stars. Not just trying to manipulate people.
I had 2 10s, but they didn't reroll properly.
All right. The music stops. The sun is up. But Casey, she had successes, so it's still all right, yeah, we danced all night. Maybe we should go? There's still something a little odd, but it kind of, it's the end of the party, I guess.
Should we go for some donuts?
Yeah,
That could be
sounds
nice.
Good.
A good way
Nice.
to end the night.
Nice after Morning. Camilla, donuts?
I would love that, especially if they have strawberry ones.
Let's go.
Let's go and see.
There's Duncan not too far.
Just out with it. So you the Dunkin' Donuts is just across the street.
I imagine, like, what I picture, frankly, is that we just, cross the threshold from whatever club we were at, and we're at Dunkin' Donuts.
And it's yeah, nice.
Or like you
Like,
just
it's
open the
just-
door
it
and boom,
just-
it's
yeah,
Dunkin's.
and boom, it's Dunkin'. Like, and me and Camilla, we just transition through that. Just
I mean, it's a dream. You were kind of expecting that, nonetheless, Gab.
Yeah, I'm expecting it. It feels weird.
I mean, you are pulling people away with strings.
So Gab, roll me presence occult.
I don't know if I should willpower this.
and that
Well, do you wanna-
everyone-
You want to pass that threshold, or you're gonna be kicked out?
Fair enough. Okay. 1.
Okay. So, from the best of your understanding, you do realize that Casey doesn't know, and you know that you are in a dream when you dream, but currently he's not. So
I assume I don't.
you don't.
Okay, perfect.
You've been playing that perfect.
I roll with that punch with those punches by
But
assuming, but yeah,
in
that's
general,
fine.
when a changeling dreams, they usually, have. But he's clearly not. And, well, probably it has something to do with his condition.
So, strawberry donuts, right?
You also have a few ideas on how you could wake him up, some better than others.
Does Camilla have the flower and the brooch?
She has a brooch, yeah, a red flower.
Casey, would you mind going to order for us?
Yeah, sure. Frankly,
Thanks.
talk to me straight. Is that the only reason you're hanging out with a cop? Cop discount.
Well,
Checking it out.
as long as it has some positive side to it. I mean, why not?
I go and order donuts.
You're left with Camilla.
So you're Camilla.
Yeah, I'm really glad to meet you. I hadn't heard that a new changeling arrived.
Yes, it hasn't been very, very long, actually.
Arriving like in a month.
More in like 3-4 months. So, I heard a lot about you without ever getting the chance to meet you. Well, I don't know what to ask, actually. How do you like it here? And
Boston is beautiful. I've been here for as long as I can remember. Well, changing things aside. It's a beautiful city, lots of history here.
have you known Casey for a long time?
Roll with sympathy.
Oh, that's an interesting question.
She ain't your girlfriend.
Especially because he's asking if or with sympathy. That makes it very interesting.
Hasn't she always been motherly towards you?
Ever since he came back,
Oh, I
he
see.
had a little hesitation there that you picked up on.
That's pretty nice. You're basically the one who taught him everything then.
Pretty much.
I'm curious. Why train him to be a cop? You could have chosen anyone with experience, and yet you stumbled upon him and you decided to.
Well, I didn't choose for him, but he was very fit for the job. He's strong and beautiful. He was fit for it.
I have a more personal question regarding him. Do you know what happened with his fetch? It's really weird. You don't have to feel the need to answer it, but
That's a very personal thing. We barely even met. We're just out of a party. Let's not talk about such thing. And you're
I
starting
had-
to feel like your time is kind of running out.
shit.
Like, fuck. The night is over. It's 10-ish, probably, or something like that. So yeah, we're just out of a party. We're going to have donuts. Don't think about those nasty things.
Well, actually, maybe I should. And
Serena, Boston cream.
Boston cream with red flowers coming from the edge. And if you allow me, I'm gonna start like making flower sprout out of the donuts and like bring the sign Camilla was basically those red lilies.
Roll. My God.
Damn.
I'm ready to
roll.
be kicked out.
If you can roll
Rude.
that, precisely that, I'll be very impressed.
Cannot burp.
I think
Oh my god. Comedic timing, everyone.
That was. Even if I wanted, I couldn't have had that timing.
Alf,
So-
your coworker is watching.
Oh no, if you still are watching, Alex, I'm sorry. Roll. Presents. And whatever fucked up thing I can ask.
composure.
Art.
Art kind of fits. Actually.
Right expression. I like that. It's flower, you know.
I'm good with twos tonight.
I didn't tell you to roll -3, did I?
Nope.
No. Do you want
I'm
me to
telling you that
reroll?
now. Yeah. Because you're at a point where doesn't want you to change it anymore.
Well, I could
That's
willpower
what
it and
Dream
keep
Infiltrator
this
does.
same.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Dream Infiltrator that does that.
Resolves when you leave the dream, I assume.
What? Yeah. So you've got one, so it still works. So Casey, there starts to be red flowers blooming and coming out of just the ground. Yeah.
Well, mainly the donuts.
From the
But-
all right, so you're with your donuts and they
donuts
just
bloom.
sprout flowers. The donuts are in full bloom this season.
I'm gonna stare at Camilla and go, I really think he should go home right now.
What's going
I-
on?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't know. What is going on? He looks genuinely confused, though.
Casey, we're gonna need you. And my time is almost up. I'll have to go home soon.
Well, of
Please-
course.
Please come back with me.
Come back where? I have to get to work and I
No.
am super hammered.
You don't have work over here. Would you allow me to do hidden reality and create a door with it? Well, make my door appear.
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
So I'm gonna cast hidden reality and Serena's dream door appears in the middle of the Dunkin' Donut. Please, come with me.
What are
A changeling like you in your dream.
And Casey, it starts to come to you that, you never entered a Dunkin' Donut when you came here. Flowers sprouted from the donut. That discussion, the fetch.
Please, at the very least, the door. And then you can decide if you want to wake up or not. I found you passed out on the ground in your apartment. You're at the hospital right now, and Lint is very worried.
Yeah. Right. Go.
And can I just, Casey, wait.
I'm sorry, Camilla, I cannot let him with you. We're gonna find you.
Casey,
We know.
whatever you find, don't forget that there is already so very much hatred and pain in this world. It doesn't have to be that way. And she's gonna give you like a kiss on the forehead.
Good friend. They agree with you.
I'm sure you do.
Looking. Be there soon.
We'll all be there to pick you up.
She turns around. Like she doesn't want to watch you go.
And go.
And you wake up the next morning. Wah, wah, wah.
Bloody exhausted!
I regained.
She
the
hates
will.
to see you go, but she loves to watch you leave.
Before you wake up, Thaddeus.
Yep.
Did you want to do something special with Stacy, or just really cocooning chill night with your roommate?
Honestly, really just like cocooning, chill roommates night. Nothing
Whoa.
fancy, nothing extraordinary, nothing like.
Nothing
Whoa.
changeling.
Yeah,
Wolf
really nothing
for-
changing.
Wolf for wits, empathy.
Okay.
That sounds like something changeling's gonna happen. I don't want to sound ominous, but
I'm actually decently good in this.
you go with the D's.
Stacy's mom comes by. And then
Stacy's mom is in
Well,
the
she has
house.
got it going on. Let's be honest.
She's all I want.
If we gotta be honest.
Seeing through lies wouldn't be.
That's not really lie related.
Ooh, that's 4 successes.
She has been like, you've spent some time with Stacy in the past 2 months.
Yeah.
You live together. And she's been trying to be closer to you. And that much, with the night you were watching the movie, she wanted you to stay, and you're just like, all right, she's making efforts to spend more time with you and getting closer. So you read that from the night, you two have together. and you're probably feeling bad about it.
At some point, he's gonna go like, well, like if they stay each on their side of the couch, it's fine. But if at some point like she kind of cuddles up and like nestles up to him, he's gonna go like, this is this darling, is this is not what you'd call a date, is it?
Like, all right, so here's the setup. She went, during the movie to get I don't know,
Mhm.
a bowl of popcorn. And
Yeah.
she sat, in the middle of the couch and, a bit in a buddy way, like you would probably if we both were watching a movie, I would lean on you, have the popcorn between us,
Fair.
It's not inherently romantic, but it's not either, free of
Not
suspicion.
inherently
Yeah.
romantic.
Devoid
Right.
of feelings.
Yeah, it's not devoid of feeling for sure.
But yes, he's gonna go, so this is not romantic in any way, is it?
What are you on about? We're just watching Saving Private Ryan. That's not the most romantic movie I could think of.
No. That's it's possibly just my brain doing things and me reading into things. It's just
No, that's nothing like that. I'm not like I'm not into murder cults.
oh, and neither should you be. No, good. I just was afraid for a moment. This is. I appreciate this thing that we have going, and I wouldn't want to muddle it with relationships and those kinds of things.
Oh yeah, they're the worst.
I kind of tried to see if she's hurt by.
Oh, try.
Take
You
a
can
guess.
try.
So again, that would be with sympathy.
Take a wild guess.
I don't think you need to check for this, Tony.
Tony is really terrible at this, so you know.
hear
That's
you, Gabs.
2 successes.
It's okay. I didn't mean to be loud.
She's kind of yeah. Like it's everything you thought it was, and she's feeling everything you think she's feeling. She's like, no, that's nothing like that. Relationships are the worst. And then she just leans back on the other side.
I'm.
But she does try to not look hurt,
Mhm.
but in the speed at which just no relationships are the worst, and then moved away and kind of betrays her defensiveness.
Thaddeus is kind of gonna stay just shell shocked for a moment. And I'm resisting everything I have in my power right now, just not to go like, oh, well, of course I knew it was meant to happen at some point.
And she tries to just, oh man, that's the part with the tank. It's like you don't peel your eyes. It's real nice.
Oh.
I want to be a friend to you, and I'm afraid I haven't figured out how to be a friend and in a relationship at the same time. And I suppose it will sound terribly cliche, but you deserve so much better than what I could offer you.
Nope. That's nothing. Let's just watch the movie.
Fine. So really, there's like this. You're telling me that all of this happened. This is a historical movie.
Yeah, I probably haven't.
Kind of.
They're watching Saving Private Ryan or something.
Yep.
Yeah. And we'll cut to that hurtful moment. Oh, the human touch.
Yeah.
Do you feel human now?
Yes, I feel
It
terribly
Feel it
violently.
when human touch you.
You've been human touched.
Show
Been
me.
human touched.
Show
Oh,
me
that
on the
was
dot
everything
where
I
you've
wanted
been
it to be.
human
You can be
touched.
face touched and you can be human touched.
Uh,
I don't know which one
Alright.
hurts more.
I hate you a
All
little
right.
bit, Ralph.
Sorry?
I hate you a little bit.
I
Just
mean,
a bit.
why could you? We'll talk about that later.
All right.
Case Arena. Well, I think we shouldn't go Case Arena. No, because I don't want to go back to Amelia's night because I think it was the best end for their date. A little peck and then. But Amelia probably goes back at the presbytery, flush, and just Father Mo. Do you tell Father Mo?
You wanted to gab to gab.
I mean, I will not tell, but he will know. Because
You come home and
Father
he's
Mo,
just.
he was probably there watching
Really?
the whole time.
Oh,
And going
wow.
like,
Happened?
yeah, God bless
He was at the
you.
bar. Yeah, he
You
was at the
sure
bar. just
are
eyeing
here.
you two.
All right. Let's go. Let's just go for that. I read that. Amelia, you sure are here late?
And then we learn a terrible truth
It's
about
okay,
Father Mo, and
Father.
he goes, 2 women?
You sure are here late? Have you had a good night?
I did. Uh, yeah, I'm safe and sound.
You're all
I'm
red. Are you
good.
cold? Do you want a hot tea? Because you're
I'm
gonna
okay.
spill it. No. He's watching like RuPaul,
Yeah,
I guess.
he's been following RuPaul.
That would
He's
be
been
so
watching Drag
so
Race.
him. That would be so him.
What, playing his Switch, watching RuPaul. It's just Ralph in a few years.
It's just old me, and also a priest, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna be fine, but that's very kind of you. I'm gonna go. It's late. Bye.
Yes, it's true. It's very late. All right. So
Father Mo.
Jesus, you will never believe.
Jesus.
Father Mo's father knows.
All right. So the next morning, Casey wakes up along with Serena.
Actually,
Hmm?
do you mind when when the movie ends and Stacy goes to bed? Thaddeus is gonna head to the presbytery and just barge in Amelia's arc. Relationships are the worst. Now I get up. I need to talk. Who needs, like, of course she would, but who needs to get feelings involved in this
Economy.
This economy.
In this
All
economy.
right.
in this economy? And what is it with a second world war? There was a first. What is this?
Her tail is so puffed up. She's like,
What I absolutely love is Thaddeus going, of all people, to Amelia
Yeah.
For relationship advice. She's probably worse.
No, not
He is
advice.
renowned for
Yeah, he just needs an
relationships.
ear. He just needs an ear.
venting.
Yeah,
Just
he's there to
venting.
vent. So yeah, just slight ending. Amelia just kind of, I've put my lotion, everything I'm going to. I have bourbon. Let's talk.
Meanwhile, I'm missing another freaking bottle of bourbon. Where's it kept going?
No, I
I
have,
put
I
a
have
lock.
one
I
resource.
put a lock.
Lock and cameras.
Yeah, but you do find like you do find $40 in the register.
Yeah, probably.
You put locks and cameras, but each time it's a different hobo, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? How do they?
They
Alright.
all seem very handsome, however.
However, they're
However.
yeah.
So Thaddeus screams, yells, and complains about emotions.
Yeah.
And you're just, emotions are just the best.
Emotions are the worst.
They ruin everything. A good friendship that didn't need those things.
What is this feeling? Is it a feeling? Could I be
Basic.
feeling somehow?
Yes, but
It's a bit better, but anyways.
He's gonna rant for like 2 hours, then she will just go, bad night. That would be all the scene cuts.
Yeah, it's just you just get to say, so that night, and he's off for like.
The rest of the
you
set,
wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
And all in all, your night was not that bad, but the realization of the feeling was made everything awful and terrible.
Oh yeah.
So do you mind skipping to the morning?
Oh yes, no, that was just a bit of a comic relief at the end of the evening. So yeah, basically it's like don't need to make a whole scene about it.
Do you mind if I'm going to take 5 seconds to get a glass of water?
Well, maybe it's a
Hey,
good
are you
moment to
trying?
take a little break.
Yeah, I'll go
Ah,
get
sure.
water too.
So we apologize for the difficulties, and we'll be right back. And we are back.
Back.
Ta-da!
Back.
Back
Where?
again.
So it's the morning.
We're-
The sun rises.
Morning. Casey wakes up. Stone, we gotta figure out what you did.
Well, he goes back to the bar, and he probably does a. I want to wait for noon the next day before doing a phone call. Like he's gonna
All right,
call.
we're
but
going
won't
full
do-
whatever that movie was with the airplane scene. So you wait the next day. So we're gonna do the morning. Wait.
On
Oh,
the
sh-
wind.
Yeah. We're going full Gone with the Wind. Twice in our
It's
games
amazing.
now with
Wow.
Honey
Yes.
Heist.
Of all the gin
Impressive.
joints in all the world. I know that's Casablanca.
Today's a collab with Gone with the Wind.
Oh lord.
It's the collab event of change.
I think a lot of the people that worked on that movie are probably dead.
Look, I didn't ask for your opinion. So you wake up though.
That's a fact, not an opinion.
On the bright side, you wake up in the hospital room.
Ay. That was a rougher night than I expected. How are you doing?
Why am I in the hospital?
As stated, you passed out and it was impossible to wake you up. Right, Lint?
Yes, Lint kicked you in bad
brought back-
places and you wouldn't wake up.
I'm gonna take Lint and put him on the bed with Casey.
You're kind of
Oh.
sore from the balls, I guess. Oh man, asshole! Just kicked you in the sensible parts.
What happened?
You could have kicked anywhere.
Casey's gonna just like just subconsciously pet Lint somehow,
Yeah. You can pet.
or
some.
just he cradles him in his arm or something, just offers him like a bit of comfort. But
Yay!
it's just like automatic. He just cares for Lint, just
As a reflex almost.
Yeah, subconsciously.
Lint likes it. He's just, yay!
I'm gonna go call Nicholas since he was worried about you,
Yeah.
and I'll let you be if.
Yeah, fine. We'll go over what happened. Yeah, my fetch was my place.
Do you have any idea why?
He told me some of it. I think it'd be best if Nick here, so I don't say everything twice.
Sure. May I borrow your cell phone?
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
gonna take the phone and go a bit further and
In my
call.
pocket.
Morning.
Hola, camarero. How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine. How's Casey? And how are
He's
you?
awake. You can come and visit him now.
Alright, how's he doing? I still have something to do, but if you say he's fine, he's with you. I just he's okay. And you're okay.
He's alright, yes. Are you sure you don't want to come see him?
Or there's someplace I'd like to be before I come and visit you. Or I'll probably join you back at the church or at his place. Just text me wherever you're going afterwards.
Alright, I'll try to have him discharged then. And I'll update you on where we are.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. So, Nicholas said that he'll join you wherever you are next. So, I'm gonna go tell the doctors you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So, she's gonna go and try to get him discharged.
To the church?
Discharge.
Discharge.
Yes.
I heard to the church, and I was like, all right, sure, you're going to the presbytery. All right, so yeah, you know,
Yeah.
they let him go pretty easy because there was seemingly nothing going wrong.
And he's awake now,
So they're just probably just exhaustion and
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm a police
collapsed
officer.
from exhaustion and wouldn't wake up. You know,
I'm a
it's
police officer, and you know it's pretty tiring job.
So she's gonna call you a taxi and everything. I guess I'll let you be on your way then.
Yep. Yeah, Colin's sick. Take a day to process all of this.
That's a good idea.
I'll change. Be at my place.
You should text Nick and give him some news. I'll be heading back to church.
Thanks.
I just was being nosy, you know.
Oh, the more than the right thing. You did exactly what you need.
It was a stroke of luck. Really.
Well, again.
Gracias. Don't forget to text Nick.
Yeah.
And
I text Nick on the way, just saying like, I'm awake. I'll be home, or I'll be at the bowling alley.
And Serena's gonna head back to church.
so we'll go for Casey goes to the bowling alley.
Yeah. Well, I stop by my place to change, and I go to the bowling alley. Frankly, at the bowling alley, I just chill. I rent an alley, or I chill in my office.
Play a
Yes.
game, restore some clarity.
Yes, my touchstone is like the court.
So you can clear your clarity damage.
Clear.
Simple as that.
Huh. I mean, you did have the consequences, so.
Yeah, you ate a lot of shit.
I fucking paid for it.
Yeah.
You did.
Did Thaddeus sleep at the church, or did he go back home at like 5 a.m. after complaining?
Oh, I suppose he just slept at the church. Like he kind of crashed.
On the sofa.
There's place for you.
Yeah.
Amelia just dead tired. Bags under the eyes.
Actually, I'm sure he's kind of like they kind of both fell asleep in Amelia's room. Just Amelia on her bed and Thaddeus just sitting on the floor, head crashed on the
Oh,
side
wow.
of the bed.
Bottle
my
of
God.
bourbon.
Yeah, the bottle like next to them.
Empty, and not a drop
At least
on the
it's
floor.
empty, yeah.
There is a lot of alcohol consumed that camp.
Praying courtier, man. Wait, there's only you.
Look,
When
and I'm the
you're a
only
bad
one here,
influence for him.
and I'm the only one here that did an overdose.
Wait.
That had
So-
an overdose.
Sorry. Serena, you arrive. Amelia is asleep.
She's gonna prepare breakfast, update Father Mo, say sorry for forgetting to call when she didn't come home.
Well, it's okay, but don't forget to call me, or else I'm going to worry.
Lo siento, I know.
Don't
It
deserve
wasn't.
Father Mo.
Not a single fucking bit.
Mm.
Did Amelia make it back home okay?
Oh yes, you went to her room, and there was this boy, Thaddeus, that came to see her, and he didn't leave.
I see.
There's only one room with a closed door and 2 people in it, so anyways.
Anyway, I don't mean to say anything, but
Well, we should prepare more breakfast for him too, then.
oh, good idea.
Yes.
The world would not be ready for Father Mo and Father Michael.
Oh, never in 1,000 years.
The weapons.
So you
rage,
prepare
niceness.
you prepare breakfast. You've got enough for everyone, but there's not scarce, but there's no more things. But worry about.
So
But like pancakes, you're gonna have to be light on this, right? And eventually, I guess, Diaz. I'm giving you celebrity ship names.
Wow.
It's the platonic ship.
Yeah. And you wake up to the smell of food, bit of bacon, bit of pancakes, whatever.
Yeah.
Cling, 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 cling.
Ah, my head.
I think I smell bacon. Bacon.
Oh, that was a terrible idea.
Yes. And he's gonna kind of stand up, and just his whole back is gonna go.
Yeah.
Ah.
Stretching your legs out would be like agony.
Yeah. Oh. Are you alive? Are you alive?
Probably more than Casey. No, I don't know about that.
Yeah, you don't.
I think I am.
Oh. Did anyone tell you that Casey was in the hospital yesterday?
No, I didn't. What do you mean in the hospital yesterday?
Not an overdose, it would seem. I don't know. Nick said he was fine, and oh fuck my head.
Oh, that's not a good thing.
He didn't overdose, so that's an excellent thing. I think improvement.
You've got a reputation.
Well, that would be twice, and that would be once per month. That's a terrible ratio.
Spring couriers.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's. I need a cup of tea. I need a cup of tea.
I need a week of sleep. Let's go eat something.
And we're gonna go down kind of all zombie like.
All right. Do you want to play out that scene? It's 10. I still got like 2 things that we got to do. I don't care if you want to do it, but if it's just, detailed how you eat pancakes,
No, he's
Well.
Except if like Serena wants to have a reaction to seeing the two of them
She's gonna
coming out of the
react.
room like.
We cannot make a scene out of this, but let's go this way. She was already a bit stiff, but still talking with Father Mo and getting everything ready. And then you guys walk down, and suddenly there's this gust of cold air that just sprouts. And she stays frozen for a moment looking at Thaddeus.
That ought to wake you up.
Like a cold shower.
breakfast is ready.
See, Padre, I'm gonna go get more syrup for the breakfast, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Huh? But there's some on the table.
Yes, well, you should eat breakfast. We can go buy this later.
Kasrina.
Good morning, Hermosa.
And we'll cut there. Stone, you wanted to do something.
As the sun rises, I'm going to the motel. At the reception.
All right.
Hi. There's supposed to be a room registered for in the name of Mr. Green or Kelly here, if I'm quite right.
Let me check. Yes. What about it?
That noise come. That would.
We've had noise complaint.
We heard him crying at like 3 a.m. Do you know him? Do you want
Like
to
he's
pick him
really
up?
bumming the other guests out.
Oh, I have a a package for him. I just need to know which room it is. I don't need the key or anything. I just need to know which one it is.
Can't say you're a
Did they
visitor.
did they sign off? Are they gone?
Early in the morning.
Roll a die for the
Check out-
time.
Checkout time is what, like 11 usually?
11,
Yeah,
yes.
it's around
Yeah, well,
11.
they could have left.
They could have
anyway,
left
but-
earlier. Yeah. He said the morning.
They're gonna be there. Let's keep it.
It's as you want. I'm ready for both scenes. Both scenes can be sad.
They're probably
so.
packing their bags.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
We're the
They're in the
drama
room.
boys.
They're there.
Everything can be sad.
Can we have
This
a good
is the
ending
big
for
plot.
once?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Tonight's
darling.
ending will be super good. You're gonna love it.
No.
So
don't trust
anyway, you go to its room, whatever, and you go
Yeah,
there.
I go to the room A or whatever. I'll knock on the door. Just knock, knock.
We're still in. Like he thinks you're the room service or something.
Nathan, it's Sean.
The door opens. Yeah?
I heard you were leaving today.
Well, I've got work to do. And I thought, nothing really held me back.
No, I get that.
She's buried in Washington. If you ever want to go see that, you can check the register there.
He nods, but he doesn't answer. I don't want to hold you back, or anything. But if you ever do come back in Boston, I'd really like to take that coffee with you.
I kind of want to end the scene there.
I'm very okay with that.
So we leave that in the air so that we see, where will it go? Is he staying? Is he not? We'll see that next game.
Who knows?
I think I'm going to go on the closing. On the
Perfect.
closing of the game.
That makes sense.
We tied every knot for today's metal.
Mhm.
And I'm going to use the fact that it's going to be a little scene before, but you were going to buy syrup, you said. Were you not?
Bye.
Oh, you said. Oh, okay. Bye. Nice. Then that means that the outro I wrote I don't need to change anything.
You will acquire syrup. That's all you need to do.
Oh my
We're still
God.
supposed to play for another half hour, right? We're not
No,
going
we
to the end.
weren't.
Damn it.
A lot of things happen to Serena when she goes to the grocery store, but she's alone. You know, what can I do? She's alone.
Carlis.
Really begging for it, really.
Yeah, really.
I mean, did you see how she's dressed?
Those sweatpants? Mm-hmm.
That's
That
just-
hoodie.
That's
All
just
right, all right,
begging
all right.
I'm not
for
sure she even
drama.
showered.
You,
Exactly.
either way,
Smell of sorrow.
please behave, children, because I'm starting a song.
Mm.
So Serena goes at the grocery store. Pickpocketing things to repay her debt to Father Mo. You know, syrup here, but while you're there, maybe a little jar of jam or a little something that could be useful, sugar for later. And as you do that, you realize how far you had come from your old life, going from a promising young art student to a derelict thief with no real home. And as she walks around, looking left and right to make sure no one notices, she leaves, and in the parking lot, she looks around, still wary, and something grabs her hand. Mommy! Serena turns around. There's a little boy just holding her hand, and he leaves her when he realizes, but you hear a voice calling out, Manuel, don't bother, strange. And you look to see a reflection of yourself, a little bit older. Her mouth agape as she sees you, and her eyes wide open in surprise.
No.
And this will be it for tonight.
Well, they fucking shizzle.
Gotta kill a
What I
kid.
say?
Gotta
And
kill a
as such-
kid. Gabba could not hold back her screams until she turned off the cameras this time.
And there will be no game next Monday.
Just to make things
And as such, we will let Gab simmer in her misery. In the meantime, this has been episode 18 of the Chronicles of Twigs and Reckoning, Human Touch. Music tonight has been...
The opening was Triste Pareil by Gab Bouchard, and the ending that we are listening to is Winterbird by Aurora.
So, thank you very much for having been with us. It has been super fun as always. And in the meantime, stay safe, your hands, take care. Good night.